This is Channel 6 News, the #1 choice of all South Texas.
In my gut and in my heart, I knew we were going to get it. I just knew it, and I was really not terribly surprised when the Secretary made the decision.
It's official now. The U.S. Navy has turned the USS Lexington over to the city of Corpus Christi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Ron Fulton. The USS Lexington officially belongs to Corpus Christi. That's our top story tonight. The city took over command of the ship this morning during a grand opening ceremony which included former crew members who served on board the Lex during World War II. Ted Burton has more on this unique day when Corpus Christi was given a national treasure.
Retired Captain Bennett Wright and Lieutenant Kathleen Owens each have earned a unique place in naval history. In April of 1944, Wright made the first landing on the flight deck of the newly commissioned USS Lexington. 49 years later, in March of 1992, Owens made the last landing purely by chance.
You know, we took turns, the pilots take turns. It was my turn for the last trap. And we went home, and I had a note on my desk saying, hey, Lexington is not going to pull out anymore, and you got the last trap.
What did you think when you read that note?
A lot of the pilots were pretty jealous, and I was just in shock, and because I know what a big deal this is.
Wright says he never considered he was making history.
Now the people say, oh, he made the first landing. Oh, gee, yes. Well, there was nothing heroic or different. It was my duty. That was what I was trained to do.
U.S. Atlantic Fleet, arriving.
The ceremonial change of command was titled Heroes, and there were plenty on board today. Like World War II flying ace Alex Varachu, who once shot down 6 enemy aircraft in just 8 minutes, and former Lieutenant Commander Arthur Block, who survived a kamikaze attack on board the Lex in 1944.
It was an experience, that lives with you all your life. It really was.
Rear Admiral William McGowan commanded the change of ownership by ordering the Navy flag permanently lowered and the flag of Corpus Christi raised in its place.
Signalman, strike the Navy flag.
Marking the formal transition from vintage World War II carrier to Naval Aviation Museum.
City of Corpus Christi, I present you USS Lexington.
It was 1 year ago today that the USS Lexington was decommissioned in Pensacola, Florida. A proud chapter in naval history ended that day. Today, a new one begins.
Today, through the what we call changing of ownership, today, we will breathe life back into the ship.
The USS Lexington, on more than one occasion reported to have been sunk, today embarks on yet another historic voyage. Only this time, she's staying right where she is. Ted Burton, Channel 6 News.
All right, thank you, Ted. Now, the Lady Lex has a remarkable history. She represented pride and honor for the U.S. Navy. However, she did get her fair share of battle scars.
It all started back on February 17, 1941. This is the day the Lex was commissioned. While playing a vital role in fighting World War II, the crew on board the Lex shot down 387 enemy airplanes and destroyed another 635 on the ground. One pilot who flew off the Lexington during the war is more than just a little proud of her. He says statistics give him that right.
This ship sank more Jap ships and its air group shot down more Jap planes than any carrier in the war before or after, and I'm very proud to be associated with the Lexington.
The Lex didn't completely escape the fury of war, though. In fact, she was hit by a dreaded kamikaze. A lot of sailors died in that attack, and a lot of damage was done. But she fought on. During today's ceremony, a moment of silence was called for to remember those who fought on board the Lex but weren't lucky enough to make it back alive. This was a special moment for the man who heads up the Lexington Museum on the Bay Association. Joe Jessel is a veteran.
I guess it was my own war years and my experience in combat a long time ago, and seeing and knowing people that died and didn't come back.
Following the war, the Lex was turned into a training aircraft carrier where student pilots were taught how to make a landing on a floating runway. But now all of the fighting and the killing is behind the Lexington. Her main mission now is to attract tourists to Corpus Christi and to play an important role in making sure they have a good time.
By the way, the Lex seems to be doing her job well. She's been open for just 21 days, but so far a total of 12,000 people have gone on board. And the bottom line is, a lot more people are expected before it's over.